Imagine a life of happiness, flow, ease, understanding, purpose, alignment, living with authenticity and complete truth. Imagine you felt this feeling of bliss every single day as you wake up and you live fulfillingly. Today, you'll not only understand what these signs and energy is all about, but I'm going to help you embody that today. So then, what are we waiting for? Let's get into it.
Namaste and blessings. You've just connected to the Genuine Room, a sacred space for inspiration, healing, and true self-discovery. Here, we celebrate what it means to live a wealthy life, not just in material success, but in spirit, health, and deep well-being. My own journey through emotional struggles and spiritual blockages awakened a passion to guide others towards their highest potential. And now, the space is devoted to sharing empowering wisdom, practical healing tools, and transformative spiritual concepts to help you rise into your authentic self. Whether you're navigating sobriety, building self-belief, or simply seeking more peace, you are not alone. Together, let's walk this enriching path of wholeness, empowerment, and soulful abundance.
Welcome to the Genuine Room. I'm your host, Rachel, a certified spiritual empowerment coach, bringing to you all wellness and self-development concepts to help you live your highest version. As my introduction already spoke to you about and shared with you what it really means to align with your higher self daily and how you can connect with that and stay connected so you can live in the most beautiful alignment ever. First and foremost, I really want to thank you for tuning in to the membership exclusive videos only, where this content is not reached to inclusive people who don't get to hear all the wonderful juicy concepts that I share here. So I'm grateful that you are part of the membership. Do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I know you're already there doing that, but do like this video and comment. Leave your comments. Let me know what resonates, what doesn't. How do you feel about the overall concept? Is it working for you? And I'd love to hear more. Email me your testimonies because I love to hear how my work is supporting others in their life, in their journey. This would be amazing for me to know, as well as the Genuine Room family as we continue to grow. So, first sign that I want to share with you here is start the morning in alignment. This one is such an important sign because how you start your morning really matters. Sometimes I know we have rough days. This is something that we cannot avoid, but it's making a constant habit of trying to create a healthy, open, rich frequency as you wake up in the morning. So this can look like having a very healthy routine. Maybe you meditate. It doesn't have to be 1 hour of meditation, because let's face it, in the world, who can really do that unless that is your job, that is, you're like either a yoga teacher and that's all you do or whatever. But if you have a routine, you have somewhere to go, you have a schedule to attend to, you can't really do that all the time. But it's not about meditation. It's generally saying, how can you connect with your higher self, which is your soul, which is your authentic version. And this way you are creating a soulful, sacred energy to connect with, which will pay you dividends. Your energy automatically tends to rise up higher when you do this grounding work every single day. So it would be nice before you go to sleep to just think about what you want to do. You can create a schedule weekly for yourself so you're not struggling every single day. Prioritize the things you need to do, but every single morning before going to your phone or doing anything else is really connecting with your center, doing a quick meditation. I really like to do just connecting my chakras and just making sure I am sending attention and energy to every part of my chakra. So I'll start with the lower, which is the root chakra, then I'll go with sacral, then solar, and then heart, and the throat chakra, and my third eye. You get the point, right? So I'll go into all these chakras, give it a couple of minutes, just sensing, just connecting. I send in good vibes. I also use the Ho'oponopono mantra prayer on these 8 chakras, and I work with it. I do notice that for me, it was my solar plexus chakra, which was a lot of blocked energy and flow that I could feel. But the fact that you get these insights is important in our life, because if we don't understand that we have these energy blockages or difficulties, then how can we improve in our life? So back to what I was talking about, does not have to be a big, long kind of morning routine. It can literally be 30 minutes, then moving on to your breakfast, then getting yourself collected, and then tackling the day. Okay, let's move on with point number 2. Practice mindful decision making. So this would really be helpful for you when you are really connected to your higher self. And you know, it's important to ask your higher self to help you make mindful choices. But this won't be possible if you don't know about yourself, if you don't connect with yourself, if you're not in tune with your energy, with your soul purpose, with just in general, you're not in alignment, you are not working on yourself. You can't automatically assume that you're going to make these choices and these changes if you don't give time to yourself. So it's important to understand that you are practicing mindful decision making, recognizing what is healthy for you, what isn't. I know for me, time management was a huge thing, like, because I wasn't mindful about my time, nor was I mindful of things I'm engaging with, and I had a huge imbalancement wanting to do every single thing all in one day. And this is not me being mindful. This was keeping me stuck. This was keeping me in a balanced state of not prioritizing self-care, and that was ultimately setting me up for more failure. So it's important, once you recognize who you are, your journey, you're working on yourself every single day. Self-care and compassion and just prioritizing your health is number one priority, guys. I'm not going to even say that no, that's not. Okay, the only way to really do that is get into your spiritual awareness a lot more, your spiritual self. This is going to really help you prioritize self-worth, self-care, self-compassion, all these wonderful, great things that are essential for your soul, for your life, for financial wealthiness, for physical wealthiness, and all kinds of wonderful lifestyle to go into, right? So it starts with us. So back to the point that you won't be able to do that if you don't really practice this mindful living lifestyle. Okay, so it's important to recognize, take one step at a time, make those choices, prioritize things, but really live in a mindful manner that is setting you up for success, not for failure. Okay, next, number 3 I want to move on with is, how can we stay aligned with our higher self every single day? Number 3 would be follow your inner nudges. Let's talk about what exactly is an inner nudge. Inner nudge is an intuitive guide, an intuitive direction that your soul may align you and guide you and prompt you to go towards. Okay, so these are nudges like, it's time for you to start meditating a lot more. I know meditation has such wonderful benefits that no supplement can also, avoid. I mean, no supplement can replace meditation's benefit. Okay, so the benefit of meditation. And so it's important to really recognize that you're paying attention to these inner nudges. It could be like, you know what, you're not really taking care of yourself a lot more. You need to start focusing on your financial health a lot more. You're maybe engaging in compulsive behaviors, or you are not being kind to your pet. Look, I have a pet, and I know that it's important to give time to your pet too. Your inner nudge can guide you sometimes, like tell you if you can take a break with your pet, if you can't walk him that particular day, or you're doing too much in one single day. These are important nudges to pay attention to, specifically, especially if you want to live in a more aligned manner. Not doing so many things because you're stressed out or because you're trying to avoid certain feelings or not taking care of yourself. So pay attention to those nudges, and you'll notice that many of the times it may feel like a big coincidence, but it's not. Especially if you're living in alignment, this can seem very natural to you, okay? So you'll notice your higher self is not just this, it helps you with everything, every single thing. It guides you, it tells you, you really have to create this relationship with your higher self. Once again, what is a higher self? Higher self is your soul, is your spirit. It's this inner intuitive guide mechanism that guides you along your path and help. And it's important. A lot of people don't even know they have a higher self. Can you believe that? So let's move on with point number 4 is daily reflection ritual. I can't tell you how important this really is, to really do a reflection every single night, wrapping up your day. Okay, if you don't want to do it in the night, you may have a night routine that you just want to, probably prepare for the night, cook, whatever. It doesn't have to be the night, but making sure you can set some time out to really reflect how you're doing. A lot of times, because we don't incorporate this reflection situation, connection with ourselves, we tend to find ourselves being all the more lost. We tend to find ourselves going to others for support and help when we can literally have it at our own fingertips, right? So really checking in with yourself today. You can be your own doctor. Check in with yourself, like, how did it go? Did you do something off? I go to spiritual groups, and there is this amazing, beautiful credits and debits ledger that we do. So credits are everything that we've done good in our day. We've made attempts to do things well. We prioritize our well-being, and debits are everything that we're not doing well, whether we tended to go off board in an emotional manner that's not so healthy, or we're just doing things that are off or not good, and so we put that in our debit list. And so the main point here is not to say that, oh, you're doing bad. It's to say that we did the best we could within that time, during the day, because we're human, we're spiritual beings having human experience, and so we can't expect to be perfect beings. And my channel has never inspired anybody to be perfect. It's only to be better and improve every single day. So back to the debit thing, that you need to check in those things that you're not doing well and recognize that you're doing the best you can. You're attempting to make those changes, and try again tomorrow with the intent that you're going to do better than what you did today. Yes, exactly. So next I want to move on with number 5, which is embodiment practices. Okay, so it's important to walk the way you talk. Okay, show up for yourself. It's important that you are embodying the energy of your higher self by practicing these tips that I'm sharing with you. Okay, it's important to recognize that it's not only a thought that you just think about these things, it's actually practicing them out, right? Like, even with me, when I share my insights or when I coach, I'm not just sharing and I'm not practicing, I'm not putting in the work, I'm not improving, I'm not enhancing my own life. It's important to embody it, not just think about it. You know, it's easy to say, I'll do this, I'll do that. And like I said, you can put that in your debit list, that, okay, you know what, this is what I said I was going to do, I haven't did that, and I'm going to try it again tomorrow. And give yourself credit that you're trying, you're working on it. It's important to track your patterns, but this will really boost feelings of confidence. You're going to radiate such love for yourself and others, grace. You're going to take care of yourself in that way. But embodiment is crucial here. Without embodiment of doing the work that you need to do, you're automatically giving up on yourself and your goals, and you are disconnecting from your higher self. Okay, so next I want to move on with point number 6, which is silent communion. Okay, and what this really is, that it's very imperative that you really live in a life of silence. If you want your higher self to take the front seat. Okay, this is something, I will be honest, that I have to incorporate a lot in my life, because I notice that sometimes I complain a lot, I talk a lot, I'm ungrateful, I stress a lot, these things, and then indulging in behaviors that are adding more to my stress is not a good place to be in. Okay, so really learning to engage in habitual silent communion, where you are voluntarily, willingly going into a silent space and asking your higher self to show up for you. Asking your higher self, show up, tell me what I need to do, am I doing something wrong? It's okay to start again from scratch. Remember, you're not starting from scratch, but you're starting from experience. Okay? So remember, incorporate going in silence, shutting everything off, resting. It's called a life resting, just resting, taking, breathing heavily, nicely, deeply, and making sure that you are working with silence as an actual space and connecting. This is called, they even do this in the religious practice, it's, there's a word for it, I don't remember what it is, but it's that you're yielding, right? It's not even yielding, but it's like you're paying attention, you're waiting for responses to come through from within you. Okay, so you guys get the idea of making sure you're creating this healthy, comfortable space, because a lot of times we don't want to go to therapy. We want to go to a friend's place for a comfort space of safety, but you want to create that for yourself within your own boundary. Okay, in that way you can connect more, get the answers, move forward, and yeah, learn to live silent community. Okay, live with intentional gratitude. Now, this one is such an important one, and I can't tell you, I think this one needs to be everywhere, but like it's perfect, living in with gratitude. A lot of times it's easy that we can tend to become ungrateful in life, that we either don't have things, we're not doing well, specifically if we're trying to do things in life and we're already doing the best we can, right? We can, but we tend to notice that we'll be ungrateful, like things are actually not going well, it's just a horrible day, not a horrible life. But we tend to think of that in that way, like, oh my god, it's just a horrible shitty life, or we're not doing so well, we can't do anything well, we're not perfect, etc., etc. And so it's important to recognize, to be grateful. I am grateful for this cup I have. I'm grateful for this piece of paper that I was able to print out, for my setup, for the outfit that I got to wear, for a roof over my head, for lots of wonderful great things that maybe the books, maybe this pen. It's about being grateful. My clothes, my shoes, my water bottle, my phone, my laptop, like every single thing you have, you need to be grateful. The camera that I'm recording on, at one point in my life it didn't have a camera, and now I do. And so it's recognizing how far you've came, how much you've grown, things that you're doing every single day. The universe is anointing you every single day, and if you can't be grateful for the things that you have in life, it's sad. It's really sad that you have so much and you can't be grateful for it. So it's not about the extravagant things, because if you don't create an attitude of gratitude, you will notice that first and foremost you are resisting more things to be attracted to you. But also it's like, no matter what you get, you'll never be happy. It's not only about what you have, you need to be, you're grateful just because you have those things. It's about really understanding the meaning behind that when you have something, you are very fortunate. You need to really recognize that. When you recognize that, that's when gratitude, the game of gratitude changes, because you recognize, wow, I am so abundant. Like, just, I want you to really take a minute here, okay? Look at the things you've attracted in your life. Look at the things you have, okay? And understand that you got them. You're very fortunate, okay? So let's go on. That's pretty much it. I want to go on and reiterate all these pointers that I've already shared with you, so it's a nice refresher. Point number one, alignment, okay? The morning, the way you start your day really matters. So sitting quietly with tea, visualizing, connecting with your higher self is super important right now and going forward. Number two, we have practice mindful decision making. So each choice is a chance to align or misalign. So the more you can connect mindfully about the decisions, the choices you make, the more you can be in alignment with your soul, with your purpose, with your mind, with your spirit, with your finances, with every single thing. But when you're misaligned, then you'll notice you create all those circumstances that you don't want to be in, and they are so unaligned. Number three, we have follow inner nudges. So remember, your high self whispers through intuition. You need to recognize that if you feel an urge to do something. Now, sometimes you may not know yourself, and you may just be in a people-pleasing mode. I really need you to stop and recognize when it's a true inner nudge and when it's not. Okay, a huge point right there for you. Number 4, we have daily reflection ritual. So before going to bed, check in with yourself. What has happened? How do you feel about certain things? Where you're going with life? Are you doing well? Whatever the case is, but make sure you're incorporating a daily reflection, okay? Number 5 is embodiment those practices. So really, the reason why you practice doing these things that I'm even sharing and telling you is not just to do them. It's because you build the energy of embodiment. You embody these practices, these rituals, so you can ultimately naturally connect with your higher self, okay? Number 6 was we have silent communion. So making sure you are incorporating this higher self space, this creating this safe space for you to allow and connect with your higher self and live in that communion energy, so you can get those answers that you're looking for, so you can work with your higher self moving forward, okay? Such an important part to go into. It is like meditation, definitely. It's absolutely like meditation. So silent communion is that you are silencing your mind, okay? And cutting the noise out. Number 7 we have is live with intentional gratitude. So recognizing the power of gratitude when you understand the core essence behind why people live in gratitude, your life will change. It's like the wool over your eyes will just be lifted because you start recognizing that you truly are an empowered individual, truly anointed, and with the things that you have, the space that you are. My favorite quote that goes in this one is, that which could have been better could have been worse. So think about something that you've gone like, oh, I wish this was better. I wish I had a better car. Imagine you didn't have a car. Or I wish, this was better. Imagine it could have been worse than what you expected. So always ways to look at the glass half full versus half empty. That was all, everybody. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's enrichment. Don't forget to like, share, and stay tuned to the Genuine Room. Until then, I'm wishing you all the very best. Take care, and God bless.